Hi everyone, it's Sunflower Spirit here, and I'm here to do your Mystical Monday reading. And this is about emotions and developing your emotions, emotional intelligence. So I hope you guys had a great weekend. I hope everybody's doing well. I know it's kind of been a rough season for a lot of us. So yeah, let's hop into it. I'm gonna do, if you guys haven't, if you're new to my channel, welcome, and welcome if you're returning. And if you don't know how I do this, I will pull a focus card and then two options, and then we'll kind of talk about like how it relates to emotions and kind of how you can self-empower yourself. And I will be using the Healing Light Tarot by Christopher Butler. I think this is such a cool deck. All right, so what messages do we have for the collective, my subscribers, for on emotions? What do we need to know about emotions for today, please? What messages do we need to know? So what is a focus, please? What is a focus for emotions, please? What is a focus for today on emotions? What is a focus, please, for emotions? Oop. All right, we have the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords. All right. And what is our first option with the Two of Swords? We have the Knight of Wands. And what is the second option? Please, what is our second option for emotions? The second option is, what is the second option? We have the Chariot. All right. So the Two of Swords for emotions. Yeah, so the Two of Swords is usually about you have some sort of decision to make. Generally, this is the card you're kind of in. Do you see how there's kind of like a face between um, these two swords here, and like where this person's forehead would be, there's kind of like a little crescent moon. So this is kind of about, having some sort of decision, but kind of just like taking a time out with it. And so with that little crescent moon, I'm seeing this also could be intuitive. So somebody's possibly trying to kind of like tap into their intuition with whatever decision needs to be made here. With the Knight of Wands as the first option, this is about, usually the Knight of Wands is a pretty ambitious guy. You can see there's a lot of light in this particular one. It looks like there's a lot of like sun rays coming out of it. It's very passionate, very ambitious. Just kind of like going after it. But the thing about the Knight of Wands is he can also be like super impulsive. Like, so he doesn't really, so how we're kind of like with this Two of Swords, where it's like kind of like you're kind of at a stalemate, you're kind of like taking some time to really think about and determine what you want to do. The Knight of Wands is just going to make like super impulsive decision, just super spontaneous, and just like totally go after it with total ambition, total drive and passion. With the Chariot is major arcana, and so this one is about um, moving forward with your dreams, with your goals and your dreams. Typically, like in the Rider-Waite version, there's the guy, he's in the chariot, and you can see the horses are like moving forward, and it kind of gives you like a front view of that. With this one here, I really like this because it has that light again. It has like everything's like becoming illuminated. You're kind of like stepping out of the shadows. You're like not stepping, like galloping. Like this horse is like galloping out of the shadows here. And so this is like really like it's going after your dreams. You can see the stars up here signifying, this is really something that you're desiring. This is like in your like emotional desires, your emotional wishes. This is like you like really like, taking the action to move forward. So, and then what do I have on the bottom here? I have the Justice card. which is interesting because I do have a lot of action with these two. With the Nine of Wands and the Chariot, it's like a lot of action is happening. There's kind of, maybe we're stuck in our decision. Maybe it's kind of like an emotional thing. For me, I mentioned the intuition here with this decision. And for me, like intuition and emotions kind of go hand in hand. It could be because I'm sort of, more empathic, but it doesn't have to be for everybody. But it's basically like, these people, like the Knight of Wands and this person who's, driving this chariot, they know what they know what they want, and they're going after it. And so justice, I think, is here to remind, like, okay, you got to balance out your head and your heart. You got to balance out yourself, your head, your heart, which will be your emotions, with your thoughts, and then you also got to balance out the situation. And you want, ideally we would make decisions, in our situations that would be like fair and equal, all around, having that sort of justice. But with justice, justice is usually, a signifying card that there is going to be some sort of positive outcome, that like the outcome is really good for you. The potential for the outcome to be good is really good, as long as you balance out yourself and balance out the situation. And it's kind of looking at how, when you balance out yourself, especially when you balance out your thoughts and your emotions, then it seems like it's this interesting phenomenon where if you balance yourself out, it's like the situation just like automatically balances itself out. But I will pull one of these energy oracle cards. This is really good. So it's kind of like, it could even be about balancing, like, not staying in that Two of Swords energy for so long. Sometimes with decisions, I know, like, a lot of people, it's just human nature to just kind of like shut down and just be like, oh my gosh, this is too overwhelming, I can't. So I think it's just kind of saying, like, yeah, balance yourself out, but also, like, it's okay to be passionate. It's okay to, like, have that passion, that fire, that drive. And it's okay to want the things that you want and go after the things that you want. And believe in yourself that you can go after whatever you want. And so it's kind of like, I think this is just like a really empowering message today. Just, being in this Two of Swords, nobody, it's not really fun, because sometimes, it can even feel like you're in a limbo state. And, but, I think really the Two of Swords is try to get you to kind of like slow down, kind of like, kind of just become like that Zen, like that meditation. I don't know if any of you do meditation, but, a lot of times it's just like getting your mind to just kind of just stop thinking about everything, stop worrying about everything, and just like be present in the moment, be grateful right now. Like, what do you feel right now that you're grateful for, kind of thing. But I'll pull one of these energy cards. This is a beautiful message. I love it. I love this deck, this Healing Light Tarot. All right, so what else do we have for emotions today? What other messages, please? What other messages do we have on emotions today? We have second chakra, Archangel Ariel. So number 36. And 36 could be 9. So that's like coming to almost a completion of a cycle. And I feel like that's kind of where we're at with this, with this retrograde. It'll be over soon, and I feel like everybody's kind of coming out. And so I'm glad that we got like a positive message with this emotions, because I think a lot of people can use that right now. So intimacy and creativity. All right, so the affirmation is, my second chakra is open to its perfect, healthy state. I am creative and self-nurturing, more and more comfortable with the gentle waves of intimacy coming my way. So yeah, and I think that's kind of like touching on, when you are in this Two of Swords, it is very, I mean, I don't know if intimate is the right word, but it's just like you're given this opportunity to kind of like sit with, everything, to kind of like hold that space. And it can be uncomfortable, but that's part of being human. And I will tell you, for those of you who are trying to like ascend, or raise your vibration, or expand your awareness, or raise your consciousness, or whatever you want to call it, it's going to be uncomfortable. It is not comfortable sometimes to raise your vibration or be in that, because you do have to kind of sit in this space where it's um, you kind of see all this like duality going on around you, and you know that like you are you're all of it, and you're none of it, and you're some of it. So if that makes sense. And so yeah, creativity. I love it. I love this. This was a beautiful message. Thanks so much, guys, for stopping by. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. I will talk to you guys later.